the weather is getting colder and rainier, I'm going to start with something that I tried to create from what I have already home. I didn't want to buy anything that is plastic, so I wanted to use something that is an all-natural one, and I have it at home. So I had to dig into my recycle pile and that's where I find this cardboard, and basically I just created a circle.
We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix.
As I'm making the wreath, I got an idea to gather some more branch, some greenery, maybe some colorful leaves.
On the way baritone. Yeah. Shut the lights, go infrared. We can spend.
I played around with that a little bit, and I decided just to go with a plain wreath that I just only use the hazelnuts, and I made one layer as a base, and then I added a couple of one on the top, so make sure it's more of a three-dimensional wreath, not just a flat one.
You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon.
I'm kind of like a squirrel. I like to stock up on dried goods on the fall, and it just makes me feel good because I know I'm going to make a lot of soup, so I'm going to have some backup when I want to create those. I also like to stock up on pumpkins and squashes as well as on onions, so I'm gonna be ready for the Thanksgiving cooking as well, because it will be here very soon. Besides stocking up my pantry, I like to organize and just go through on the items just to check them, make sure nothing is expired, and if so, make sure we're using them up as fast as we can. So that's a good time to check everything before all this cooking starts. I like to do this with each season, but on the fall, once I have everything inside the pantry from my garden, is definitely a good time to check and go through on the items in the pantry. As much as we love to cozy up at home, also there are many things that we love to do outside, and one of them is to picking grapes, apples, and I will share later on what else we picked, but this is definitely something that we enjoy very much, and besides that, we're going to make something very delicious from these grapes. Preserving food can be a big task, but if you do it with friends, it's definitely more fun.
So people come by and do right there. And this morning,
You keep me wondering, is our love strong? Just like a love song, baby, it's on. To know what you're thinking, it's like I'm sinking deep underwater. Maybe it's harder for me. Oh, harder for me.
yeah, you guys just have to.
Australia, economic.
Oh, okay. So the juice goes here. Yeah. So the water's down there, and the steam The steam comes up through that hole.
Yeah.
Okay. You put whatever. I haven't tried vegetables yet, but I would.
But the steam comes through all those holes too. But
And
but in the same hose, you have the juice going down. But the center is blocked out. What are we gonna eat all these things?
You can get started.
I mean,
Get out of here.
Yeah, body too. And baby, please don't think I run away from you. It's just sometimes I get scared to dive into it. I want you lying next to me. Yeah, I want your body, your body too. Yeah, body too. Will you be my ride or die? Around all these people, we'll try to be someone better than you and I. Posing for pictures, but nobody listens to anything that you have to say. Can we just leave and walk away? Walk away, walk away. Maybe you won't see me get emotional. And sometimes
There are many things that can make a home cozy, and one of them is to making candles. And the funny part of that, I was creating these candles when we had our power out, so it was very accurate to make these, but that's why they were kind of cracking because it was very cold when I was making them. I was on the hunt for a while at Goodwill to find some candle holders, specifically golden ones. I couldn't find any, so I ended up pulling the trigger and I bought some off of Amazon. If you're enjoying to decorate your home, definitely stay tuned until the end of this video because there is going to be a very cozy setup for the night. So now I'm just playing around with the pumpkins. Another way to make more cozy nights when it's cold outside is to bring the attention to the table where we eat. So I'm going to make sure that we're going to have a double cozy situation and I'm going to use some extra decoration, especially because Thanksgiving is coming, Christmas is coming, so I definitely going to get the good use of those candle holders. But I really love right now these orange colors. It just really gives a nice pop to that beige linen runner.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lot.
We had a dinner at my friend's house and that's when I tasted her pickles and I just really had to recreate that because it tasted so delicious. That is actually the reason why I planted all this lemon cucumber. Yeah, not watermelon, lemon cucumbers, because that's what she used and I just really wanted to make exactly the same. And I used the spices from Natural Grocers. It was a mix that was ready. I added some onions and garlic and I had some vinegar and sugar mixture and I added some salt as well. And basically I just followed through the basic pickling method and I only boiled the jars for about 10 minutes, so make sure they are still crispy. I mean, it's got plenty of vinegar in there, so it should be good.
A way to do it all again. Make another story that would never end. Never thought I'd feel so alive. Look at me.
Sometimes just a little branch is enough to bring the outside to the inside.
Close your eyes. Get some rest. I'm by your side.
The cold weather, it's really encouraging me to cook and bake more, so I am going to make bread more often, and because there's nothing like coming home to the smell of the bread. I just really love the smell of it. And I like to bake some apples as well. And no matter what, it's just something has to be in the oven. It warms up the house and it warms up the soul.
The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies turn to gray, we're gonna be okay. Calm your soul. Hold my hand.
When I cleaned out the pantry, I find some items that I wanted to use up. It usually ends up in a bar or some kind. And there's so many things that you can use in there. The only staple that I suggest is the cocoa butter. It kind of works like a glue. It holds everything together. These crunchy things that I just spilled over the floor, I soaked some buckwheat and then I dehydrated, and it's very fluffy but crunchy, so it's a nice complement to all this gooey dates and apricots. As the fall weather rolls in, I'm trying to focus even more on our health, so I am going to prepare some elderberry syrup to keep us healthy. We picked the apples and we made this apple cider with some friends, so we're treating it like as a liquid gold.
Oh, we're living in the present.
I started to carve these sweet potatoes a few years ago and my family is really enjoying it, so it became a tradition since then to make them, and it's very simple to make. I have the tools when we used to take clay classes or wood throwing classes, and they work perfectly for that task.
Not always what they see. Goes to total peace as the pain begins to ease. Not often we can see the beauty in the pain. Not often we can see the value that we gain. Now listen, little one.
Finishing up the elderberry syrup, I added some On Guard essential oil from doTERRA and some cinnamon. I almost forgot, yeah, cinnamon, and I used some manuka instead of just plain honey, and it turned out very sweet and it tasty, and it will keep my family healthy, hopefully. Picking chestnut on the fall, it's pretty much what we grew up with, so we are continuing this tradition with our boys. The daylight is getting shorter on the fall, so I like to decorate with lights. And I have many different ones. Sometimes I use these itty bitty ones that are battery operated, so I can put them into the lantern, and I have bigger ones that I can plug in. But I just love that they are seasonless. I can use them for any kind of occasion, and it just brings an extra coziness and warmth to the home. We started to use the fireplace, but just in case if it's not on and somebody is cold, I like to keep a blanket near to the table. It looks very cozy even during the day, but at night, when this is the only source of the light, it's pretty amazing. A soft, warm glow that can surround us as we eat dinner, but it's enough light to see what we eat. It's a very busy season in our life with all the things that are going on with school and such, and it's a very nice way to wind down from the day and just get ready for a cozy night. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye!